All right, so babes, the tools we'll be using, you will need a blow dryer, masking tape, scissors, a Sharpie, some saran wrap, and we need canvas heads. So those are the two that I already have gotten completed. And then let's go ahead and move on to the next part where I get everything started. Actually, babes, you can get all of this, like literally everything, except for the canvas heads and the blow dryer. These things from Walmart as well. So Dollar Tree and Walmart, hunty, for to get any of these things. I did get my blow dryer from Sally's. My canvas heads, I sell them. If you want to purchase them, go ahead and click the link in the description above, and we can get it popping, hunty. Okay, mine's is a little ugly because I be doing a bunch of stuff, and I've been forgetting to wrap them up. So let's go ahead and show you guys so that you guys don't have ugly canvas heads just like me. It'll be nice and clean like this one. If I take this off, this one will be virtually white still. Okay, all right. Before I forget, babes, you will need a measuring ruler, measuring tape. I mean, you can get any kind. They have varieties of, like I have this one where it rolls out. See that? And then it just has the button. More than likely you can get that from, again, Walmart or Dollar Tree. Okay. All right, now let's get our canvas head, hunty. Let's do this. We need that measuring tape. All right, see that? That is where you can start your tape. Let's put a mark where that number 7 is. And then we're also going to put a mark where that number 8 is. So this is where you can start the tape. This is where your hairline will start, okay? Or the person. You can do a different tape for every person. It's totally up to you. I choose not to because I would rather just tweak the measurements on canvas that already has the ruler on it instead of taking everything down and redoing it. You'll learn that as you go. Work smarter, not harder, hunty, okay? All right, so babes, let's go. So let's take this out of here really, really quick. All right, so now that we have the camera angle fixed, we're going to get our masking tape. And I'm going to try to not to tear this because, y'all, I tear this all the time. Okay. So, we get it to act right. Let's go ahead. And you want to try to center that on here as much as possible. And see, the reason why I said, I don't know if you can see it or not. Let's see if I can change it. Okay, yes. So the reason why I said to put that Sharpie under there is because you can kind of see where that line is going to be. Even though we're going to put that ruler back on here, we're going to do that. We're going to need that. So you want this to be as flat as possible. Let's go ahead and flatten this to here. So you can bring that all the way down to 21. It kind of won't matter if you don't. So we're going to pull that all the way down. Let's go, baby. I just want to cut that piece off because I don't want that bulky piece on there. I actually don't need that pin right now. All right, so let's go ahead and put our measuring tape where that is, where we see that Sharpie mark. If you can't see the Sharpie mark, you can put your mark, like my mark is here. So draw a longer line for your mark. That way you know where it is. All right, so what we're going to do next, you're going to write an indentation mark for every number, all the way from 0 actually, all the way to 14. So we're going to pull this. You want to make sure that this is flat, flat, flat to this canvas head. We're going to put that pin in there. We're going to pull this all the way down. Okay. All right, babes. So let's go ahead and start writing our indentation. So like I said, you're going to start at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you're going to just go ahead and go all the way down. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm actually going to move this over just to make sure that my measurements don't come out crooked. 13, 14. All right, so let's go ahead and write the numbers for that. I'm actually going to write this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so if we want to make sure that these measurements are even, I'm actually going to write the 0 right there too. Make sure that these lines can be as even as possible. Okay. Just so that when we start making this wig, we can have these tracks as even as possible. And then you have indentation on both ends. That will help you steadily write the lines. That way you don't have to be, you don't have any crooked lines, which every line won't be perfect, but we can try to get them as perfect as they need to be. All right, so babes, I finished the rest off camera. As you can see, I have everything all nice and neat. So I want to let this dry. All right, so let's go ahead and get our saran wrap and wrap this wig up. Let's change the angle of this camera. So I do have a rather big one. You can get a small one and still do this exact same thing. Like I said, they have small rolls of saran wrap at Dollar Tree. If you don't want to get the industrial one, you can get the industrial one from certain Walmarts. Sell it, so I won't say all Walmarts. And GFS, Gordon Food Company. So I want this to go literally all the way over here. I want this to be down as flat as possible. And I'm going to cut it. I am going to put heat to it so that it shrinks. All right, so let's apply an extra layer to there. Don't want it facing the exact same way that you had it. I used to do it front and back, side to side, but I sort of kind of do it at an angle now, just because it's so much better. I don't have to worry about any of the saran wrap getting in the way of the numbers. See, if you do it front to back like that, sometimes you'll have this crease, and I'll show you because I did it in this one. See, I had to move this over. All of this was in the way of the ruler. I don't want that. So I'm going to fold this a little bit. Cut the rest of this excess off of here now. And I'm going to go ahead and just fold the extra pieces. And I'm going to apply some more heat. Just make sure that this top part shrinks to here as well. Okay, I'm going to get my beige cap. Let's pop this open. Now, let me get my pen. So now that I have all of my measurements, my ruler onto my canvas head, I don't have to worry about it being messed up. No ink getting into here. I don't have to worry about any unsanitary things going on and about with my canvas head. Whatever. Let's go. So, the front of the cap is always where this V is. Okay? That's the front of the cap. Sometimes I put it in the back, but this is the front of the cap. So we're gonna put that front of that cap. It's more of an arrow. Put that at 0. Let's pin that. I'm gonna put 2 pins in here, one on each side of the ruler. Yes. Now you guys, this is the basic method. So I'm not really doing the ear to ear. So I'm gonna pull this down to a 14. You can actually, I'm actually gonna pull it down an extra inch because I don't want this cap bunched up the way that it is. I'm gonna pull it down. So I'm gonna pull it down. That is usually maybe about a 13. Pull it down an extra inch, just to make sure that we're able to fit the most hair into this cap, because I like my stuff like that. Now if you get a person who, let's say, their ear is just too much, not too much, but a lot less, when you measure their head, what you can do is you can pull this cap, and you are going to have to tailor this cap onto the sewing machine. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to pull this. We're going to pin this in there. And you guys, if you notice, if you have your canvas head wrapped up, you don't have to worry about sewing the material. Your needle will glide over that saran wrap, as well as these needles. Sometimes you may catch the saran wrap, but I would rather catch the saran wrap than catch the canvas head, because I've had times where I caught that canvas head and it messed up my week. Like, yeah. So let's go ahead and pin this down. I think I may need one more pin to complete this, and I'm going to take it and lock that in. Okay, so what you would do is you would take this off of the canvas head and run a straight stitch through here. You can also do a zigzag stitch over it. But make sure you pull these pins out before you get too close to that ball. The way I put them in there is a little bit iffy. So if you have a better way to put them in there, then do so. But this is just the way that I would do it. So you take a zigzag, go over that line until that cap is tight enough over here, okay? Now, doing this to your canvas heads will allow you to not have them looking as ugly as they are up under here and under here. It will keep all moisture, color, everything out of here. It'll also help you keep your canvas head sanitized at all times, making sure that anything from any of the hair that you use, the caps or anything, are not getting on the canvas head. Otherwise, you will have to clean them a lot more than you would like to. I like to clean mine every month, at least once a month. And I do that, I soak them in a bath of bleach water. Now, it will get most of the stuff off of there, not always. All right.